Alrighty, hey YouTube, Hermie coming at you with episode 10 of the Alphabet Arrangement series. And this episode is going to be an all England squad. It's going to be the letter J. And it's a fairly fun squad. I found a couple of nice players. Some that you may not have tried out, some that you definitely would have. And anyway, we'll start off at the back. And we'll get on with the goalkeeper. And I've been a bit unlucky with goalkeepers in the series. I suppose the last episode was half decent, but the goalkeeper here, as you can see here, is David James, and performed really well for me. I didn't expect a great deal from him. Being a silver, he was a great keeper in his day, but he's getting old. Generally they go backwards, so yeah, silver, but definitely give him a go. And the right back is going to be Glenn Johnson from Liverpool, and he's got 3-star skills and a 4-star weak foot, and he's also got 81 ball control, and he's really quick, really strong in the tackles. And definitely one to try out if you haven't used him. Chuck him in an England team, a Premier League team, a Liverpool team, whatever you want to chuck in. The only person I'd probably pick over him for a Premier League team would be Micah Richards. But getting to this first centre-back is going to be Jagielka. Not the greatest of stats, a little bit slow, but he does have 91 jumping, so he will win headers. And his pace doesn't matter as much when you've got Glenn Johnson on the right side of him, on the outside. And the second centre-back is going to be the informed Roger Johnson. And we'll just go over his stats. Look, I only got him for 18,000. It's very cheap. And go over his stats. He's from his original card. His pace went from 70 to 75. His defending went from 78 to 84. His heading went from 81 to 85. His jumping went from 81 to 86. His strength went from 81 to 86. His tactical awareness went from 80 to 92. His marking went from 79 to 90, and his standing tackle went from 80 to 92, so great jumps in his stats. And definitely a very strong player, very strong on the ball, fairly tall. So if you need a centre-back and you want to try him out, he's very cheap. I think when he first came out it was like 30 or 40k or something crazy like that, which informs normally are when they first come out. But yeah, he's definitely gone down. I used him in a previous team, not that I made a builder on, but I've used him a few times before, and he's definitely always performed well for me. I'll move on to the left back, and we've got Jones. This is Daniel Jones. Very cheap, and he performed pretty decent. 79 pace is very good for a bronze. And I've got one clip with him, and you'll see it at the end, and hopefully you'll be very happy with it. But I'd definitely try him out again. Moving on to the first centre mid, it's going to be Jermaine Genius, and the front six all have 3-star skills at least. And Jermaine Genius also has 79 ball control and a 78 long shot, and I get a nice long shot with him. So if you need a non-rare centre mid, give Genius a go. Definitely fit in well with this team, connected up well. And we'll move on to the central centre mid, and that is going to be Johnson, I believe. Yes, Michael Johnson from Man City. And also another one with 3-star skills, as I said. And the central centre mid, Michael Johnson, and the right centre mid both have both their stats are sort of 70s plus, and they're very decent. As you can see, the right centre mid is going to be Jones. It's David Jones, plays for Wigan, and yeah, they're both very solid centre backs. Johnson had some decent defending on him, and Jones has a pretty nice long shot. So if you want to try them out and get a still Premier League team, chuck them in. And we'll move on to the right wing, and that is going to be actually a left wing. So that is going to be Adam Johnson. And this guy's an absolute beast. If you've never tried out Adam Johnson, I'm not sure why. For some reason in real life, Adam Johnson is overlooked in the Man City team. He comes onto the field, off the bench, and performs like a god pretty much every game that I've seen. So I'm not sure why they don't start him more. But he shows, I don't know, if FIFA's anything to go by real life, which sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But Adam Johnson is an absolute tank, so hopefully he gets used more. He's got 4-star skills and a 4-star weak foot, and he's got 84 ball control and 80 vision, so definitely want to chuck in. And the actual left wing is going to be Jarvis, and I was a little let down by Jarvis. I was expecting him to be a little bit better. He's got 3-star skills and a 5-star weak foot, and some of the big boosts from his original card were his shooting went from 68 to 80, his passing balance went from 93 to 97, his finishing went from 73 to 89, His long shot went from 69 to 84, and his shot power went from 71 to 87. So I was expecting a lot more than I got out of him. I was kind of let down. But whenever I come up against a Jarvis, he always seems to perform like a beast against me. I got unlucky, I suppose. Maybe it just doesn't work for me. Maybe it doesn't work in this formation. It's just how it worked out. But anyway, the striker, as you can see there, is Cameron Jerome. And Cameron Jerome is an absolute tank. Just a pace guard, 3-star skills, all-round player. So we'll get on to the gameplay and you can see some of the goals and I'll talk a bit more there. Alrighty, how are we going, guys? We'll get on to the gameplay of this team. And the first couple of goals are some nice long shots. This first one here is from Glenn Johnson. And the second one's going to be coming from Jermaine Genus. And I think one of them was with against a goalkeeper, and I think the other one was against a silver keeper. So take from that what you will, but definitely both very nice shots. So you can see they both have long shots on them. And we'll start off at the back of this team. I've organised these goals, as I said in the last episode, I've organised them a bit better. So after these two long shots, we'll get into the Jarvis's goals, then we'll do Adam Johnson's, and then we'll do Cameron Jerome, so they're a bit more in order, and then we'll finish off with an absolute beastie goal. So at the back, David James performed really well. I really wasn't expecting much being a silver, but he did very well. In these games, I'm pretty much going for clips. I want to show you what the team can do, so I'm just going for nice goals, a little bit of skill involved, or nice finesses, power, long shots, all that type of stuff. But at times, if someone's annoying me or something like that, I will try and get the win. Most times I'll try and get the win, but especially if someone's being an asshole and say passing around the defense or tramping it to the shitter or whatever they're doing. But yeah, he did very well. Glenn Johnson as the right back was an absolute tank. Definitely use Glenn Johnson again. I wouldn't probably choose him over Mika Richards. That's just personal preference, but they're both very strong, and both definitely try both of them out. The first centre back was Jagielka, as I said, and he is a bit slow, but you don't really notice it too much. I suppose if someone gets on the breakaway with like a Pato or a Neymar, or anyone quick really, they will get away from you, but they'll also get away from most defenses, not just Jagielka or someone slow. As pace abuse is pretty big in FIFA, and I suppose it's never really going to change. And Roger Johnson is an absolute tank. He does really well. He's so strong on the ball. I unfortunately didn't get any headers from corners from either of the centre backs or from any player actually, which is a little surprising. I thought either Jerome or one of the two centre backs would step up, but that's just how it worked out. The free kick taker from this team is actually Jermaine Genus, which is, I think the stats are around like 70. Maybe mid to high 70s or something like that for the free kick accuracy and the free kick power, so nothing special. So I didn't get any good free kicks. It was really hard to control with Genus. But the left back Jones, the Daniel Jones, did really well. Definitely I wasn't expecting anything being a bronze, but yeah, his pace did sort of show, and he wasn't too bad in the tackles, I suppose. And we'll get on up the park. Jermaine Genus was a beast. Just a great long shot, as you saw before, and just a definite person to chuck in a non-rare team or something like that. And I'd use him again. I think if I make a non-rare Premier League team, I'd probably use him as one of the centre mids, probably the holding centre mid though, not on the wing. I just had to fit it in a different way. But the other two centre mids, the central centre mid, Michael Johnson, and the other one David Jones, I think it was, Davy Jones's locker. They were both just decent centre mids, so I'd recommend them as well. Out of this team, there's not many people I wouldn't recommend. Maybe Jagielka's a bit slow, and maybe no, that's probably about it. I'd probably use the rest of them again. Maybe Jarvis I was a little bit let down by. That's what we'll get on to next. Jarvis, I really was expecting more being in form. I really get my hopes up with inform cards, thinking they're going to be amazing. And sometimes they just aren't. That's just how it is. Sometimes they just don't feel any different. Not that I've tried his normal, but yeah, I was just hoping to get a little bit more, because as I said, whenever someone uses Jarvis against me, he seems to be an absolute god. But when you get onto his left foot, it is a rocket as well. He has a nice shot on him, a bit of a power shot, but you get onto his left foot and it's got some nice power, as being a 4-star weak foot. Still has a nice shot on him as well. Adam Johnson, an absolute tank. You saw her in the goals just before. Very nice finesse shot, decent power as well, and he skills very well. But yeah, his finesse shot's his main sort of weapon. And as you can see here, Cameron Jerome's just a pace god. You're not going to catch him once he gets behind the defences. And as you can see there, can make people rage quit. But anyway, this is the last goal by Jerome, I think it is. Just a rocket in the top corner. And this is the goal of the episode. This came from the most underrated player in this team. This came from the left back, Daniel Jones. I did not expect anything like this. I got this ball just about... We'll let him clear it just here, and I expected, whatever, bam. Rocket. That was actually against Chips, and me and him couldn't stop laughing. I literally laughed for about 2 minutes. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this squad builder. And I've been Hermie, and peace.